Yo, welcome to Millennial Scratch YouTube. Today, we're going to play a couple of games with Sander's new control deck. He has updated Mewtwo V-Union. This deck is sick. He streamed it the other day. His Twitch channel is Python08, but the O in Python is a 0. So it's Python 8 with a 0 instead of an O. So you can check the VOD for like Sander playing the deck, but we're going to play a couple games with the deck. The games turned out to be super sick. Well, one game was super sick. The second game's sick. You got to watch the second game, I promise. If I look at the video analytics and a bunch of you stop watching before the second game, you don't like control decks. I'm going to say that right now because it is the perfect example of why control is nuts. And all the things that this version of the deck can do that the old version couldn't. So the deck is updated with a couple of things. This is no longer Turbo Mewtwo. The old version of the deck was all about getting the Mewtwo out ASAP. We're of course using the Mewtwo V-Union, and we are using the head of Mewtwo with Super Regeneration to heal 200 damage every turn. This auto wins a handful of decks, so you essentially auto win Palkia by getting the Mewtwo out. You can do some other cute stuff against Palkia, I guess, but you're going to Super Regeneration quite a bit in that matchup. You're going to Super Regeneration against these baby Lost Zone decks as well. Something like Goodra. Goodra hits 200, so you can Super Regeneration there. Whenever they have a choice spell, you got the Tool Jammer, so you're good. And then other decks like Kyurem, we have the Miltank and the Block Snorlax to annoy them. We have a couple options beyond Gormandize. So the old version of the deck, you would say Gormandize, and then you'd say Gormandize, and then you'd say Gormandize, and then you would get out a Mewtwo or not and lose. This version of the deck, we have Torment Morpeko. This is actually really sick into something like, it's actually not bad into Kyurem itself, or Empoleon V, or any of these types of Pokemon that like, they can do stuff against Mewtwo. So Empoleon stops us from setting up because of Gormandize. So the Morpeko, you torment it, and suddenly they have to get it out of the active spot, which is really cost intensive for them. And you can run them out of energies with it. Something like, oh my gosh, I forget the other thing. Oh, Kyurem. Kyurem, same thing. Kyurem can OHKO our Mewtwo. We can't really use the V-Union in that matchup unless our opponent has spread their resources too thin. But you can torment the Kyurem, which has 3 retreat costs, and they play like 1 or 2 switch, maybe some like 1 switch cross switchers, stuff like that. So you can torment it. They can't KO it because they can't attack because they only have 1 attack. So the Morpeko is kind of sick there. If you listen to our interview with Jack Moore, or you watch the YouTube video with Alex Cook, where we talked about Miltank Morpeko, this deck takes a small Miltank Morpeko package, combines it with the Mewtwo stall. We also have the Regieleki, put a trainer card from your discard pile into your hand. This is good just a million times. You have a big hand and can't Gormandize, you can do this. It's kind of sick. You can get back important resources where you're like, I don't need a big hand. I don't need a Gormandize for 4. I just need a hammer or a net or something like that back. Boom, Regieleki it back. Puke, Ninja, because we're now playing more energies. Instead of just the 3 and 2, I think it was 3 Psychic, 2 Twin in the old version or something like that, maybe 3/3. We now have 4 Psychic and 4 Speed energies. Speed energy lets us draw 2 cards. Kind of sick there. It also fills the Union Gain, whichever one of these has a Union Gain. Cost, because you're going to get the Mewtwo out and use Union Gain. I will show that in the game. So if you've never played this deck before, you're really unsure how it plays, watch the games. I show 2 different win conditions you can get with the deck. And yeah, everything else in the deck is kind of standard. We add Misfortune Sisters for very obvious reasons. Milling items against like every deck in the format is good. Specifically, milling Switch is very good. If you can mill switches, something like Block Snorlax becomes way better, or Miltank becomes better because you can go like Boss, Galar Mine a Palkia, shove a Miltank in the active, and now they're like in a really awkward spot. So we're going to play a couple games with the deck. Like I said, they turned out to be pretty good showcases of the deck, so hopefully you enjoy them. Let's go ahead and check out those games. All right, so our opponent is calling the flip. We obviously hope to go first, but this is a deck where like second's not the worst thing in the world. You're like, you play so slow. Like you do want to go first, but like I said, you're so slow, you're okay going second. Peonia is the optimal turn 1, what's it called, supporter, and we're gonna get, turn that down a little, Zoroark. Okay, so this is one where we're hoping our Miltank can just kind of win the game. So we'll see about that one. We still have to set up a little bit, but Mewtwo's less good in this matchup for sure. They have Gengar, but that shouldn't matter because we can just limit our bench nicely and kind of go between Regidrago and Miltank with Scoop Up Nets. All right. So we're going to start one. So we definitely Ultra Ball that, right? We're going to want to Ultra Ball quite a bit. I'm pretty sure we just don't need the Cyllene right now. We can Cyllene back something to draw with Gormandize, but I don't think it's necessary. Miltank is here. That is huge. Gosh, the thing is Mewtwo's not very good here, but also we don't need a whole lot to set up with. So we're going to go here. 1, 2, I believe. They only play 4 energy, so the hammer feels quite good. Gonna go ahead and grab the Miltank. Bench it. We are gonna put the Lecky down, and then we're gonna Gormandize. I should have done more prize checking for sure. Holy, okay, we got the Quick Ball though. So we're able to get the Greninja off of this. We can give up 5 prizes, remember, as well. So we can, yep, and there's the scoop, and we're going to leave this game in the video right now because you know what? Sometimes that does happen, but let's go and check out hopefully a real game with the deck in the next one. Okay, hopefully a real game here. We get to call the flip. Heads never fails. That's why it rhymes. It's okay. Hoping for a start as good as the last one. The last one, the start was nutty. My opponent's got the Mew sleeves and a Genesect coin. So we'll see how this one goes. Get done. There are a variety of ways to win this matchup, but it is a tough one. Okay. We got the Morpeko start. Oh my gosh, we mulligan so many times. There is a tech for this matchup too that we haven't featured, and that is the Shadow Rider V. But we don't got that one. So trapping Genesect is one of our win conditions potentially. Obviously just discarding all the energy is another win condition as well. Or our opponent being too aggressive with their tablets, just like that. If they ditch too many tablets, a Tool Jammer on a Mewtwo would be very good. So we're definitely going to start with the Colress here. We're probably going to... Actually, we're going to start with the... Speed energy? It's actually a very good question of like, what's the proper sequencing? I do believe just like you Greninja before you Colress, we should speed first. That'll inform our Colress a little bit better. Oh, they play Fusion Strike energy? Oh no. All right. We are not teched for this matchup whatsoever. Speed. Lecky's cool. Go and drop a Colress. I don't know if that's true. Pal Pad's good. I feel like we have to hammer because they play Fusion Strike energy. If we're gonna eventually Mewtwo, we cannot let them have all of those energies on the field. Boss is just too good. Yeah, let's go there. Could be incorrect. All right, well, now that card wasn't good. We can go ahead and Quick Ball the Cyllene. Mewtwo, all right, Mewtwo's are not here. The other Peonia is, thankfully. Drop this. Drop this. Retreat. Here. Could burn the Pal Pad now. I think we are going to do that to draw more. Question of mine. We are going to go and play the mine. We just need more cards because currently our next turn's going to suck. It's going to kind of keep sucking. The Cape's cool if we can eventually get a Miltank down. This one's looking... Oh my gosh. This is looking like a loss. We are not teched for this matchup, like I said. You can. This one, actually, the Shadow Rider wouldn't even work for this one. That would be better for the double turbo version. So next turn... Okay, they're going to burn their Cyllene. That's good for us. That's better for us. That's less good for us. Why would they shuffle back the Roxanne? I'm not taking prizes. Gosh, yeah, not hitting the hammer there is huge because they're going to be able to get 4 Fusion Strike energies in play at some point. Okay. You're gonna see a Techno Blast. So we could Lecky. What would we Lecky back? We could also try to block. They definitely have switches left, though. Block doesn't seem worth it because this thing already can't attack. So let's go here. Trekking Shoes. Do you want that? Heck no, I don't want that. Okay, that's not like terrible. Boss seems not worth it. Yell Horn seems not worth it. We could Cyllene. What would we even want to top deck next turn? Top deck speed would actually be okay, so let's spurn the Cyllene now. Okay. That'll let us draw a couple of cards. Go here. Nothing else seems worth. Let's bench this. And then Sonar for... I think we are actually going to grab the hammer. That feels like not great, but we have to get rid of these Fusion Strike energies. And nothing else in the discard's like great. I don't really want to Cyllene next turn. We're probably going to block next turn. We could have Quick Balled potentially. That's not terrible. Mine's probably not necessary because they're already going to Lost Zone this thing. All right, so they need to retreat. And they could switch. I guess they need to retreat energies VMAX or a switching card. Like I said, I want them to burn tablets and switches. I guess the Quick Ball would have gotten us Gormandize, which would have been nice. All right, well now they just need a VMAX. They're gonna get to thin the hand. Sure. Unfortunately, Torment's also not going to do enough. But we can attach the energy to make it a pivot. So we're going to go down to 4. The strat would be to get a caped Miltank at some point, and then get the Mewtwo out when they have 2 prize cards remaining. But I think we're just going to be a little too slow for this. Actually, the way they're playing, the Lost City is actually helping us because they can't Horn. So it will eventually buy us another turn. So that's actually not that bad. Okay. Well, Lost City's no longer helping us. That's another tablet. So now we're going to try and turbo. Oh my gosh, we are going to turbo out the Mewtwo if we can. That is a lot of tablets. So we're going to get the speed. Hopefully speed will give us... And a switch. Okay. Okay. So hopefully the speed will give us access to Gormandize. We're going to block a Genesect. Which they might be able to attack. No, they can't attack next turn. Start with this. Okay. Hammer the Fusion Strike. Perfect. Boss. Pass. We got the Colress for next turn. So we'll be able to dig a little deeper. Hopefully get like a Quick Ball or Ultra Ball to get Gormandize out. And the question is, Fusion Strike energies usually play like 3 to 4 switches, which is very bad for us. Yep, and they get to thin. Problem is we still have to Peonia. So maybe this was a misplay, but we did use every card we got off of it. All right. If they can miss the switch, that would be sick. All right, 50% chance they get the switch card, and they get it. All right, now I'm not sure how we win this game. Okay. So they're going to Techno Blast, but they have to burn a switch to KO my block Snorlax. Unless they're gonna leap? No, they can't leap. Oh, they can Miracle. Heck. That's right. Okay. Actually the speed's kind of useless, unfortunately. I'm gonna go here. Ultra Ball 1 and 2. Grab Gormandize. Pass. Okay, this is not looking good. This is very not looking good, unfortunately. The downside is we can't turbo out the Mewtwo. We didn't quite get there at all. But that's okay. They also still have their Cyllene in deck. They have probably at least one switch card left. They still have their Elisa Sparkles. They don't have a Meloetta down, though. They can Psychic Leap one out. And there is the Technoblast. So we would ideally get a Galar Mine here. Ultra Ball. I kind of want to keep that in the deck. There's no reason to confuse. If we're going to do anything, we're going to Cape a Miltank. Okay. Mine is good. Drop a shoe. Do you want this? They already can't attack, so no, I don't want that. Hammer. Get rid of this one. Drop a mine. We have nets left, so we're going to drop this and then Gormandize. Okay. So we can technically get there, but probably not. We need them to whiff here. The Roxanne doesn't do much against Mew, unfortunately. If anything, it lets them draw more cards. There's their Cyllene. But if they can whiff here, they're not whiffing here. Interesting. Sure. So they still need a switch? I mean, they can hard retreat, though. Yeah, they can just hard retreat this thing. Quick Ball. If they miss another VMAX, we might also have a chance, technically. We could also just draw, like, a god off of the Trekking Shoes, I guess. Discard the last Mewtwo piece in deck, plus get our Peonia. Peonia, the 50-50 into the Mewtwo piece, and like a Ball Search card off the Trekking Shoes are there. And then find a Tool Jammer somehow. There's the hard retreat. The problem is, like, we can... Okay. Drop a shoe. No, I don't want that. Oh my gosh. We can draw like a god. Sure. All right, 50-50, baby. 2 and 3. Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Mewtwo! Ooh! Okay. We don't need retrieval anymore. Flannery is actually pretty nice. Cyllene's nice. We don't need 2 nets. We only need 1 nets. And we need the Ultra Ball. I like the Hammer. I guess Flannery is the most expendable of the cards because we're going to go net. We have to Ultra Ball something also. We're going to net Ultra Ball the Mewtwo piece and the Snorlax. Let's go there. Net. Ultra Ball 1, 2. Grab Puke. This thing can attack again, so let's go ahead and burn the hammer. Okay. Put it into play. Unfortunately, they're currently going to do too much damage, which is annoying. Pitch a puke. Boop. Tremendous. Here. Here. Union gain. 1, 2. Okay, my opponent is down there. Cyllene, 3 tablets. We have to find our jammer. But this might be enough. We're playing around Echoing Horn still because they have 2 prizes left. Got a chance. They're down 1 Fusion Strike energy, so they can't swing for 280. They can still go Technoblast, Technoblast. Like, no, because they have a Parasol. We have a chance. They're down multiple turbos. We have a chance. We have a chance. We're going to have to draw something. So Cyllene for... Can we afford? Yeah, we have the other Pal Pad in deck, so we can Cyllene for a boss. For next turn, they're down 2 switching cards. How many stadiums are they down? 3? They might be out of stadiums. They have to blast. If they don't blast, we win. I mean, they could Psychic Leap forever, technically. But I think we can just... I think we can play around the Psychic Leap forever. We'd have to flip pretty bad. Let's see what they choose. Yeah, okay. This is correct. So we're going to have 20 left on us. Put the boss back. And regeneration. We're not going to attach energy. There's a world where we're able to Yell Cheer both of these back, and we're actually bench the Lecky with the speed energy on it to draw a couple cards. So the other one hits 190, so we actually plus 10, potentially. Top deck boss gives us an out if they try and make cute plays. Sure. Okay, that's our 3rd switching card. Misfortune Sisters at some point would also be very nice. They probably have quite a few items left in deck. They've... Oh no, I was like, they have all their quick balls. They don't have all their quick balls. That's not correct, but okay. We aren't gonna boss. We are just gonna super regeneration. Actually, they're down 2, 3. Yeah, let's just go ahead and super regeneration. Yes. And we're back to full health. They're currently going to deck out before us too, which is funny. That's fine. I feel like this thing should have the Fusion Strike energies on it because this can have the belt. My opponent's made a couple questionable plays. This energy should be here. This energy out of the deck should be here. So this thing can hit for the full 210. And this thing could get the belt. If that thing had a belt on it as well, that would be scary. But this thing having a stupid parasol on it, that should be here, is gonna probably hurt them a lot. Okay, I'm super unsure why they're splitting their energies here. Okay. The Max Miracles make me think they're just kind of conceding and hoping I miss something. Oh my God. What a rip. Jesus. Holy crap. Let's go. I think we win. Oh my goodness. That was disgusting. Getting their tablet and their belt, I think, just wins us the game. They have an Elisa left in deck and 2 other unknown cards. Not a Cyllene or a Pal Pad, probably. Are we out of nets, actually? No, we have a net. Oh, no, we have a net in the prizes. That's right. Okay, yeah, my opponent is pretty much just conceding this game at this point. That's fine with me. Super Regeneration. They're hoping I misclick, I guess, would be the win condition here for them. But yeah, if both of these energies were here and they felt didn't get milled, this thing, well, gosh. Okay, they also should have 3 VMAXs. Tremendous. Are they going to try, I don't know, using this? Okay. I was like, if they're going to try, like, dropleting, I don't think that's even enough, right? Hammy. Tremendous. Get rid of that. And, I don't know. Boss that. Gormadize. Yeah, they could have put 5 on it, but they couldn't hit 260 in any way. Tremendous. Get done, and we pulled off the win against Mew. Hopefully you got something out of the way we played that. We got some good draws in a couple times, but it was pretty nice. I forgot to turn the music back on. I got an ad in the middle of YouTube. But hopefully you like that game. That was sick. That is top tier YouTube comment. If you don't leave a thumbs up or a comment or subscribe after that game, you don't like control decks, which, to be fair, no, by this point in the video, you probably like control decks. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, all the other YouTube stuff, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.